This is Mindfulness with Richard Clarke. Listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. Now, today, I'm going to talk about mindfulness and settling the mind, the ground of Samādhi. Calm isn't escape, it's clarity. Our sessions give guided practice on concentration, one-pointedness, and calm abiding. A stable mind is essential for insight to unfold. When you sit quietly, you may notice how active the mind can be. Thoughts tumble after one another like waves breaking on the shore. At times, this activity feels restless, distracting, or even exhausting. Mindfulness meditation offers a way to settle the mind so it can rest in clarity and ease. This calmness is not about escaping life, it's about seeing life more directly. A settled mind becomes the ground of Samādhi, the collected state where concentration and stillness meet. Samādhi is the state of mind that has settled into stillness and one-pointed practice. It isn't something exotic or far away. It's the natural outcome of steady attention and calm abiding. In this context, samadhi means the gathering of awareness into a unified focus where distraction falls away. The mind is no longer scattered across past and future, but rests fully in the present. This collectedness has two qualities. The first is calm. The restless waves of thoughts quiet, bringing peace. And clarity. Awareness becomes steady, like a clear mirror, able to reflect what is without distortion. Samadhi isn't about going blank or losing yourself. It's about being fully awake with a mind that's stable enough to see deeply. In Buddhist teaching, samadhi is the ground for insight. Without it, the mind is too unsteady to see into the nature of self and reality. With it, wisdom naturally arises. Samadhi is often spoken of as one-pointedness, when the mind gathers into a steady presence. Without this stability, the mind is pulled in every direction. With it, you discover a quality of calm that holds steady, even as experiences rise and fall. Think of a lake. When the surface is stirred by wind, it cannot reflect the sky clearly. When it is still, the reflection is perfect. In the same way, when the mind is quiet, insight has space to unfold. The first step in settling the mind is bringing attention back to the present. Breath is the simple anchor. By staying with the rhythm of breathing, you steady awareness. Thoughts will still come, but rather than chasing after them, you allow them to drift by. Each return to the breath is a gentle training in stability. Over time, this practice leads to calm abiding. You begin to notice the mind no longer leaps so quickly from one thought to the next. The scattered energy that once carried you away begins to collect. This gathering of attention is not tight or forced. It's a natural resting. The more the mind settles, the lighter the heart feels. Why is this calm so valuable? A scattered mind cannot see deeply. To look into your own nature, you need steadiness. Insight arises not from force, but from stillness. When the surface waves quiet, you can see into the depths. This is why calm is the ground of Samādhi, and why Samādhi opens the way for wisdom. You can practice this in daily life. While walking, focus on the sensations in your feet. When drinking tea, give full attention to the warmth of the cup and the taste on your tongue. Each small act of mindful presence strengthens stability. Slowly, the mind learns to rest. Settling the mind is not about reaching some distant state. It's about meeting this moment fully and letting go of the pull of distractions and resting in simple awareness. From this ground of calm, insight grows naturally. Clarity and peace are already here, waiting for the mind to settle enough to notice. When the mind rests from chasing after thoughts, what remains is clarity, ease, and the simple gift of stillness. And now, a guided meditation, settling the mind, the ground of Samādhi. Sit comfortably, letting your spine be upright yet relaxed. Close your eyes and take a slow breath in. Release it gently. Let your body soften into stillness. Relax your shoulders. Notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Feel the air enter and leave. Feel your chest rise and fall. Stay close to this simple movement. As thoughts appear, let them pass like clouds moving across the sky. Each time, return with kindness to the breath. Feel how the mind begins to quiet, how your breath anchors you. Let yourself rest here, not forcing, just allowing. Sense the body sitting steady and at ease. Notice the calm that grows when you rest in one place without wandering. Let awareness expand slightly, resting on whole body breathing. Notice how collected and present the mind feels. This is the ground of Samādhi. Take a few deeper breaths. Feel your feet on the floor, your hands resting where they are. And when you're ready, as you open your eyes and return to the room, carry with you the quiet strength of presence. Now, to try something different this week, I've now added a slide that is an infographic from Google Gemini that summarizes today's talk. At least that's the attempt. Here you can see on the left the active mind with thoughts coming and going and distracting. And on the right, you see Samādhi, the still pool reflecting perfectly the moon. The Samādhi is calm and clarity. In your meditation, you have breath as an anchor and returning again and again to the present moment. And calm is the ground, and Samadhi is the way. So, how's your meditation been in the last week, Joyce?
I think I need to improve it a little bit. I have typically done a lot of well, the last couple of months with Astrid not walking and Scott not walking, I've been doing a lot of walking while meditating, and she's walking more, but very frustratingly slowly. And I found that's very hard on my meditation. So to do another kind of meditation, because when you're standing around waiting for a dog, you're not in a meditative So,
Right. You're tending the dog.
yes. So I think I'm going to be going back to either early morning or evening, going up onto the roof terrace and sitting and meditating for a few minutes now that the
Hmm.
walking is working out.
And again, it's good. I think that you're just noticing what's happening and noticing what's working, or in this case, what's not working, and then, try something else.
Yeah. That's always a good idea anyway, I think, to change things up. Otherwise, it becomes a little too routine. You don't get the same.
Well, it can become like it's a habit
Yeah,
instead of something where you're actively participating and paying attention. You're
it's
just
true.
following uh, the path where you were before. And there's a good part of that where it makes you calm, but what you still want is to be meditating in some way in which you're opening.
I do think the meditation has been very helpful. Monday, I had to go down to CFE and sit for 3 hours waiting to add my RFC. And I found I was able to do that much more calmly than I ever have been able to before. So meditation, you
That's
can just
good.
still the
It's,
mind.
it's, it shows up in funny ways.
Yes.
How about you, Carol?
Well, moving right along. I'm still enjoying my end of the night guided videos. Um, and then I find I get in bed and I sort of continue by myself to do the inquiry. So it's good. That's good.
Good. So you have, it seems like a good steady routine. And for you, getting yourself peaceful before you go to bed is probably a good thing.
Good idea. Yes.
Okay, now we have a video, and it's on uh, today's topic.
In today's world, it's so easy to be overtaken by information, whether it's from social media, emails, text messages, phone calls, the news, or any of the other never-ending sources of information and messaging that are being delivered to us virtually every second of the day. This can have detrimental benefits on our overall mental health and happiness. And the only way that we can combat this flood of information is to take a step back and settle our minds. We can settle our minds by focusing on present moment awareness, bringing our attention away from the mistakes of the past or the anxieties of the future, and simply living in the here and now. Focusing on your breathing as you inhale through your nose and exhale with a long breath out. Not worrying about all the commotion that we get swept up into every day. Not worrying about keeping up with the news, making sure we're appearing a certain way on our Instagram, or doing anything else but focusing on the now. And too often in life, we get what's called monkey mind, where our mind is just jumping all over the place, like a monkey. Thoughts coming in, thoughts going out. And what happens is, we get so used to being overwhelmed with information that we're unable to stop the momentum and to stop the flow. But that's exactly what we're doing at this moment. The storm of thoughts in our head comes to a close as we focus on the here and the now. Maybe it's the sound of my voice, maybe the sound of the music, the sensation of your breath going in and out. Whatever it is, just create the stillness and the space needed to slow down your thoughts and to settle your mind. It has been said that the past and the future do not actually exist, but that they are illusions that exist in the present moment. What this means is we only have right here, we only have right now, and any other thoughts or beliefs are simply illusions that we're creating in the moment that we're in. And when a thought comes, as it surely will, can you simply view that thought like a cloud in the sky? And imagine yourself lying on a pasture as you watch this thought float away. We don't judge the thought. It's not a good one or a bad one. It just simply exists. And can we adopt this principle into our everyday lives? Can we take this habit and use it in a way that boosts us forward towards our goals and our dreams? Remember that in order to find the ultimate mental clarity and to be as productive as we possibly can be, we must take time to be still, to be quiet in our minds. And this will allow us to be the best version of ourselves as we go forward about our days and our life.
And now we'll take a few minutes and meditate. Mindfulness is present moment awareness, paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. Fully receive whatever is experienced, then let it go. All right. And a chant. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Peace, peace, peace. All right. What did you get from today's session? Anything?
I loved that video. That was so peaceful and beautiful. I think I could meditate to that video.
I really like the guided meditation. It's always nice to do that. And so much easier than trying to do it without guidance.
Very true.
It's cheating, I know, but it is easier.
Well, what we're after is to get to be calm and quiet. And I think however we do it, it's okay.
Okay, thank you, Master, for allowing that to happen.
Okay, so very good. Thank you for coming together again today, and see you next week. Namaste.
Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you. Bye.